Imagine hearing this rumor as a medieval city guard. If Genghis Khan reaches your walls, you are already dead. Not because his army is unbeatable, not because his soldiers never retreat, but because what he does to cities that resist makes death feel merciful. Entire populations erased, skulls stacked like monuments, survivors released only to spread fear like a disease. This wasn't chaos. This wasn't madness. It was strategy. And today, we're uncovering the most feared practices of Genghis Khan, not myths, not exaggerations, but methods so effective they reshaped the psychology of warfare forever. But to understand the terror, we must first understand the man behind it. Most history books reduce him to two extremes: either a bloodthirsty barbarian, or a misunderstood empire builder. Both are incomplete. Genghis Khan, born Temujin, rose from betrayal, slavery, and starvation. As a child, his father was poisoned. His family was abandoned by their tribe. He survived by stealing, killing, and learning one crucial lesson early. Mercy does not protect you, fear does. By the time Temujin became Genghis Khan, he wasn't just building an army. He was designing a system of terror. And every feared practice you're about to hear had one purpose: make resistance feel pointless. So how did he turn fear into a weapon more powerful than swords? Here's the rule that terrified the medieval world. If a city resisted, it ceased to exist. Not conquered, not occupied, erased. Men, women, children, elders, all executed. Cities like Nishapur, Urgench, and Merv weren't just defeated. They were cleansed from history. Persian chroniclers wrote that over 1 million people were slaughtered in Merv alone. Numbers debated, but the devastation is undisputed. Why do this? Because survivors spread rebellion. Dead cities spread fear. And fear travels faster than armies. But killing wasn't enough. Genghis Khan wanted the fear to be visible. After massacres, Mongols often stacked skulls into massive pyramids. Not hidden, not symbolic, public. These structures were left at city entrances so approaching traders, messengers, and spies would see them. A message carved in bone. This is the cost of resistance. Psychologically, this was devastating. Because the skulls weren't soldiers only. They included children, scholars, merchants. The implication was clear. Status will not save you. Innocence will not save you. But sometimes, Genghis Khan didn't kill everyone. Sometimes, he let people live. After destroying a city, the Mongols would deliberately spare a small group. These survivors were not rescued. They were released, sent to neighboring cities. Their job? To tell the story. Shaking hands, broken voices. Eyes that had seen everything. This turned human beings into living horror messengers. By the time Mongol armies arrived at the next city, the gates were already open. But fear alone doesn't win wars forever. So Genghis Khan perfected something even more disturbing. During sieges, captured civilians were forced to march ahead of Mongol troops. They pushed siege engines, filled moats, absorbed arrows. Defenders faced an impossible choice: kill their own people, or lower their weapons and surrender. This wasn't just tactical cruelty. It shattered morale, because once defenders hesitated, the battle was already lost. But the psychological warfare didn't stop on the battlefield. Genghis Khan mastered illusion. Small Mongol units used multiple torches at night to appear massive. Soldiers tied branches to horses to raise dust clouds. Fake retreats lured enemies into traps. Enemy generals believed they were fighting unstoppable numbers. Often, cities surrendered without a single arrow fired. Fear did the work. Yet the most feared practice wasn't physical at all. Conquered populations were split. Families separated. Craftsmen relocated. Children absorbed into Mongol culture. Languages disappeared. Traditions collapsed. This wasn't random brutality. It was cultural deletion. A city could survive physically, yet die forever. So why did some cities survive? Here's the paradox. Cities that surrendered immediately were often spared. Religious freedom granted. Trade protected. Local leaders retained power. This made Mongol mercy look reasonable. So when a city resisted, the punishment felt justified. Psychologically, Genghis Khan controlled both fear and hope. But this system came at a cost, even to the Mongols themselves. Generations raised on terror normalize violence. Empires built on fear collapse when fear fades. After Genghis Khan's death, successors struggled to maintain control without his personal authority. The same terror that built the empire. eventually weakened it. Genghis Khan didn't conquer the world with numbers. He conquered it by rewriting the rules of fear. His practices were effective, strategic, terrifying, but they leave us with an uncomfortable question. If fear works, where do we draw the line? Because history proves one thing clearly: fear builds empires fast, but it never builds them forever. If you think modern psychological warfare is new, history would like a word.